This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes, and while we strive for a respectful and inclusive environment, we acknowledge that certain topics discussed may be sensitive or offensive to some listeners. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the podcast or its sponsors. Please exercise discretion, skip or pause any distressing parts, and we appreciate your understanding and open-mindedness as we encourage conversations rather than cancellations. Take that woke elsewhere. Thank you.
Austin Talks Podcast.
This is peak JT times, and this concert's just not doing it for me right now.
You don't like it?
It's a little disappointing.
Really? Is it just like what's disappointing about it? Just his overall
this.
performance, or like just the way the show is being presented? Or
Yeah, everything's just a little off, you know? Like,
I just feel like if you're gonna go on tour with this album, because this is what the album is, the main one,
yeah, Future Sex, Love Sounds.
I just would have
and
expected.
he's in New York. He's like, it should be sick,
More.
right? Huh?
I just would have expected
'Cause-
something more.
Think about like the weekend shows where everything has that kind of cohesion, and yeah, that's the weekend's thing, like albums and whatever. But this is one of those albums like that was top and had that kind of feeling of like this is a concept album. This is everything is the same producer, same like vibe, same energy. That
fucking
disco
knees,
ball
bro.
is a very like strong image that's associated with this album, and you could imagine that it could have been a very simple set of like a circle with a big
Yeah.
disco ball and like just something a little bit more simple. Like I don't know what to look at when I'm watching this. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
the stage design
light,
is weird.
Yeah, it's a weird layout. I'm not a fan of the lights.
Yeah,
That's just me.
I think this is just also just the times.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's probably what was popular at the time. But like that swag too, the
Look at this.
I love when they go under the stage, yo.
the shirt.
It's kind of sick. Like they just
Yeah.
like get raised up into the stage and then down under the stage. Like it's
so. This
kinda
guy's
cool. That part's
changing,
cool.
but he still has the wet knees though too. Like
That's the craziest part.
yeah,
Wait, his knees are still wet.
like he's changing every 10 minutes or whatever, but his knees are still wet.
So
Bro. Like,
we're just totally analyzing like Justin Timberlake's sweaty ass knees. Like we don't know if it's actually sweat
telling you
or
it's
if
a thing,
the
man.
the floor is very moist or
No,
something.
he's a
or-
knee sweater because I haven't even seen him do anything on the floor.
Yeah.
Can you even sweat just from your knees that like
He
aggressively?
can.
Apparently.
Looks like he can.
That's so,
but it's also the
I
other
have
thing too
never
is
heard that
like
in my life.
there was a time when
Yeah.
you could have like a pretty like healthy debate or conversation about who's like a better dancer and throw in names like
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, Usher, Chris Brown.
There was a time.
There was a time when he was amongst those names. I remember
he-
seeing like a
yeah.
show where they were comparing like who's the bigger star.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it was Usher and Timberlake. I don't know who they picked for dancing, but if they picked Timberlake for dancing over anybody, like fucking anyone,
Crazy,
bro, it's
yeah.
crazy. Like he can dance, he can do choreographed shit,
He
but
dance for a white guy. you know?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
His
His dancing's like
best
like his
white guy.
beatboxing, where it's like
Who's the dance?
sure, you know,
You're not horrible. It's
Yeah.
not like it's bad.
yeah.
The beatboxing, yeah, that was a little, whatever.
Ryan Gosling was part of the Mickey Mouse Club too, or whatever. So
Oh,
I
yeah?
think he was probably a better dancer than him as a kid.
Shit,
Yeah,
Look at those knees.
dude, it's just the knees, bro.
that's so crazy.
He only sweats on his knees. Interesting.
Have you seen him do it in other concerts?
No.
Okay,
I'm gonna
we
start
might
wa-
have
I'm
to
just-
go through.
Yeah,
few
yeah.
and see.
Looking through
If this
some
is a
history.
consistent thing,
He's
That's
a knee
wild.
sweater.
then I'm like, holy fuck. I didn't know men sweat from their knees like that.
He sweats aggressively through his
Of all the
kneecaps.
things to focus,
It's just weird because we have never seen somebody's
Your
knees be that
kneecaps
wet
are
without
so-
any rain.
Yeah,
your knees are so bony though. How do you like? I guess I don't
It
know.
doesn't matter how bony it is.
I guess you're right. It's just it's skin that's
Yeah,
doing it, but
yeah.
it's just like very strange.
because it's the thing that's like
I gotta
moving up
move
on
it,
your
so
pant,
sweat
I
from
guess
the
the
knees.
most, right? Like it's rubbing up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird though. It's still
Yeah, there was talks. Remember when we're questioning who's gonna take up Michael Jackson's
yeah.
thing.
This
JT
was that era.
is in this conversation.
Yeah, this was that era of like who's the next king of pop kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
And I almost said, man, it might be Justin Timberlake.
because of his catalog, like his music, I think
Yeah.
was the thing. Now when you look back, it's like, and then even that, it's just like 2 albums, 3 albums. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not everything, and it's
Yeah.
not anything he's put out in the last whatever. You know,
Yeah.
he became a not a movie star, but he became Timberlake, you know, after this pretty much. He wasn't like
Yeah.
not a pop star anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Man in the Woods shit wasn't kicking.
No.
Other than anything he's dropped since.
He had his run, man.
Yeah.
He did, yeah,
As a
exactly.
musician, you know.
He has 2 classic albums. He's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
you know.
maybe what was his first album?
Justified.
Justified.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Music's not for everyone, like for their entire life.
Yeah, especially
You know
when
what I mean? It's just enough for a bit.
you know, you think about his career, he went from Mickey Mouse Club to boy band to, you know,
solo.
how like Pharrell like getting in the studio with him and putting Justified together basically, and then Timberland putting together Future Sex. Not downplaying his role in that, but just like he got very the top producers to work with him on his top
what you gotta
first
do.
2 albums.
That's what you gotta do, I guess.
We haven't really seen anything like, because we haven't really seen anything like how Neptunes and Timberland were like dominating like radio and just music in general.
Yeah.
We don't really have producers like that anymore, you know.
Yeah, I think the last big, like, real big producer run, I mean, like, a massive one is probably, like, Metro.
Yeah. I would say Metro's like the only one who was like touching that level, but it's still like
It's still not enough.
it's not the same just because, not that it's like still hip hop versus pop, because hip hop now, like his style especially is pop music, you know what I mean? Like he could produce a beat for Taylor Swift or something, but it's just, I don't know, it's just different. I don't know, the longevity, it's not even longevity, because it's not like the Neptunes and Timberland were lasted for a long time, you know, it was just
Right.
a few years, but I don't know.
Those beats.
Yeah. Just I guess the like nobody else would have made that sound if it wasn't for them kind of thing.
Who are the top producers right now in hip hop?
Right now?
Like, yeah, or like, you don't have to make a list. It's like,
No, I know what you mean.
who's hot right now?
Yeah.
Who's like, who's good? Who's, you know, some are hot and they kind of fizzle out a bit.
For the hip-hop heads?
Metro's still up there, right? Like,
yeah, Metro's still up there, but
Metro's
he's
still up
not.
there.
He needs him and Future got to drop that album. That's what needs to happen.
you guys hear about rumors about him and Drake not really fucking with each other?
Yeah, I've heard
Do you
that.
believe
Future
that?
and Drake,
Sorry, no, not
Metro
Future.
and-
Metro and Drake.
Metro and Drake.
I can see that. Yeah.
And then people
Yeah.
try to push that narrative to the Future and Drake one because what Drake did an album with 21,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's dumb because they wouldn't care.
Yeah.
They wouldn't care. But yeah, other than that, so yeah, Metro-ish. Who else? Hit Boy. There was a time where I don't know about Tay Keith anymore.
Yeah. Pierre.
TK.
Pierre-ish.
See these guys. It's all like, you know, Pierre. If Playboy Cardi was more consistent, or like, you know, put out more music,
Yeah.
I guess, kind of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know though.
I will say.
Mustard.
I will
Yeah,
say
Mustard
with,
was a
with
sound,
DJ
yeah.
Mustard
Pierre,
was up there.
I think he's made one of the best beats of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
With Gummo. That's one of the best beats,
Yeah. That's facts.
like, ever.
Mm.
And I'll give 6ix9ine his credit. He did his thing.
You know, I just saw a tweet about that the other day
Yeah?
too, where it's like,
Yeah.
this is one of the hardest beats ever, and like, you know, 6ix9ine didn't not like he delivered.
Yeah,
on
he
it,
did
you
his
know?
thing on that. And it was a stolen beat. He wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to have that beat.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it just worked out for them.
Yeah,
But
that's
I'm sure Pierre got a fat bag off of that.
Yeah.
It's a conversation. People don't even talk about producers enough. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, 1,000%, yeah.
yeah, that's been a whole thing. Like, how unappreciated they are,
Yeah.
or
But-
just forgotten about.
They're underappreciated, yes, but at the same time, a lot of people don't want to talk about them because they're charging out the ass for beats, and there's 40 dudes making the beats these days, and they all want to cut.
So it's weird.
So
Okay,
people are just like, all right, yo.
Maybe-
tired of you guys.
it's not as. Yeah.
Like, they'll get, just for example, I'm not saying these guys are doing that, but let's say they get a beat from Metro, but then Metro's like, yeah, I got like 5 other no-name dudes on here from YouTube that also, he added a little kick to the thing.
How does
like,
that
the
work?
lyrics.
You're a producer. Like, how does that work? Like, how does that happen?
split wise.
How does that
Somebody's
happen?
getting fucked over. That's what.
Yeah.
That's
Not
how it
the
works.
money, but rather like how does this many people work on a beat? Like, are they sending it to each other and being
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they just
What-
it gets
what do you
passed
just-
around.
they
It's
just
in
what do you
tweets
think,
and beat
bro? And
packs.
then
yeah.
they just add something
Yeah.
and sends it back. Oh, that's kind of hard. Okay.
Yeah.
And then really, okay. I
Really?
never really thought about
Yeah.
how that collaborative process
That's
works.
literally how
You send it to you
Yeah.
send it to a shitty rapper, and you take like one piece of it and use it as like a vocal layer or something, or like an ad lib, you know, put it into the beat.
And by the end, like, there's like how many hands on
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
know? Interesting.
I was gonna say other producers. I think they're a team. I think there's like a group of them working on Dying. They're pretty big right now. They're on their way up. And then that's all I can think about right now, because there's just the basic guys that have always just been there.
Yeah.
That I don't need to really mention. Mustard and all those other dudes that I don't really care for.
Yeah, they were. Whatever. Again,
Yeah.
producers, like rappers, they get hot, and then some of them go away. You know, come and go. Sounds, people get tired of the sound, and
Yeah.
they move on to something else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's like there's hype around producers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this producer's sick, and then every rapper wants to hop on.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hearing their tag in like every song for
Yeah.
like a couple years, and then
It's been a while. Like we've been kind of out of that for a while now. I'd say like that, like it's around, but like that kind of like you hear the same tag from a person. Like there hasn't been that new producer who's come up in the last little bit
With longevity.
yeah,
Because there have been, but just not enough longevity.
where they take it from hype to like
Yeah.
now they're like to where Metro Boomin's producing the Spider-Man soundtrack or whatever,
Yeah,
that kind
exactly.
of shit where like
Yeah.
nobody else is like
Breaking
put
it.
themselves in the they got the foothold now,
Yeah. Everybody's kind of like London on the track right now.
yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, you're hot in the mixtapes and you got some
London
album
on the
cuts,
track, that was another
then you
one.
kind of do something cool with somebody else that you didn't expect it, and then we don't hear from you as much. You're still making music and stuff, but it's not at a there's no like growth. I hate to say that, but
Yeah.
it's like no real growth career wise
Yeah.
or outside of your career.
It's the same type of pressure, I guess, with like, I think I bookmarked the tweet actually. I just see it where like, some like label executives were talking. Yeah, music executives tell Billboard that
Oh yeah.
they are worried and depressed as the industry struggles to find big artist breakthroughs, noting Olivia Rodrigo and Ice Spice as the last successful ones. Nobody knows how to break music right now. Each person I talk to in the industry is more depressed about this than the person I talked to before them.
interesting.
Yeah. It's funny that like the people who have you think that they have the power. And this is where it gets into this thing of like who has the power? Is it the audience? Is it the artist? Is it the label? Who has the power to change this? And why is everybody upset about this then? It's what they're saying is what we've been saying.
Yeah, I know.
Which is that music is mid.
Yeah.
So it's like who are we getting mad at? Like it's like the label, like if we knew a label executive and it's like, yo, why are you fucking up the music game right now? They'd turn it back on us and be like, you're fucking up the music game right now as an audience, and as artists because you're not pulling your weight or whatever, which is crazy.
You guys are supporting the mid.
Yeah.
I'm like, barely, bro.
And it's pretty funny that those were the examples that they picked too, like Olivia Rodrigo and Ice Spice, where it's like, don't get me wrong, like I appreciate what they're doing, they're killing it right now, but like those are two artists that I could easily see falling off. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like the way that they're going right now. You could easily see like them not growing, like you said, not getting to that next level. And
Yeah, it's
they're young too, so it's like it's easy to forget about them. It's sad to
so
say,
predictable these days, man. Like who's gonna pop off and not, That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
It's pretty predictable.
I would say, and just because I love Ice Spice, in her situation, her team and they've done a good job at like capitalizing on everything.
Yeah,
as much as
yeah.
possible in a short amount of time.
Exactly.
Because it could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they just keep
all the moves
capitalizing.
they're making are really good. Yeah.
They just keep doing whatever they can.
Yeah.
Any type of little placement that she can get here or there, Barbie movie, this and that.
Yep.
Let's do it. Like fuck it,
She's got a Barbie movie placement.
Yeah, because her and Nicki did a.
Right, the song.
Yeah.
Right, I heard
Yeah.
that. You're right. Forgot about the song.
And her connections with Nicki Minaj, so.
Yeah,
Who
no.
is the top female rapper, so that just helps.
Whoa, is she?
Dude. Yes.
Is that a debate? No.
Yeah.
Did you see the that top 50 New York rappers list that people were complaining about?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
Ice
yeah,
Spice with 50. I seen somebody tweet like, yo, like, they did that for people to, like,
To-
they put her
to
50.
complain.
You know why they put her number 50? Like,
Yeah.
They had to put her on the list.
yeah, they put her at last on the list of top 50 New York rappers because
Of
they
all
knew
time.
all these people would be like, oh, look who they left off the list. They left Joey Badass and blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, who cares, man?
Is he not on the list?
He
Joey?
wasn't. That there were like the first time I saw like this
I
people,
think that is
this
crazy
person
though that
who-
he's
yeah,
on the list though.
there were some names where I'm like,
What?
a lot of them were like Wu-Tang members,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, sure, you're not gonna list every Wu-Tang member individually or whatever, but yeah, like Joey Badass probably deserved. I didn't look at the whole list, the only name I saw was Ice Spice.
I cannot name
I didn't know who
50
number
New
one
York
was.
rappers.
I didn't look at the list. So.
Saved my life. So here I said I couldn't.
50, right? Yeah.
I couldn't name 50, so I don't even know.
That's the birth, the home.
I feel
Yeah.
like I couldn't even name 20. It's really
No,
bad.
if you go, if you,
you really sat down
break
and
it
thought
down,
about
like
it,
80s,
sure,
90s,
sure.
2000, like,
sure.
yeah,
Okay, sure. But
Yeah.
50, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, you could. You
Yeah.
totally could. You just gotta think about it. That's all.
I thought about another topic, like just now. It's like I believe hip hop. We could talk about this now or later because we can get into it. Like hip hop, I believe is like 50 years old this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We haven't
a
talked
lot
about
of-
that at all. Yeah.
50
lot of,
years of
you
hip
know,
hop.
Mm-hmm.
A
So
lot of celebrations or whatever you want to
sure,
call it.
yeah, it's like okay, cool. Yeah, we can like even get into like the where do we think it's going and etc. You know what I mean?
I don't
Like
know.
trends and shit, and like 50 years is not a long time. I mean, it's only like a generation and a half. Like, so
Yeah, that's what 1973.
yeah,
That was so like that's even before it was even like recorded music. They're counting it as like when it was still just in New York, like people just mixing breaks on the record, on the turntable, and people just kind of freestyling live at parties.
right.
So it was like very early.
barely
like,
a genre.
Yeah, in terms
barely
of it
identified
being,
as
in terms
a
of it
genre.
being things that are on records and like
Yeah,
having
yeah,
its own people knowing
yeah.
what it is. That's like 40 years, right?
That didn't start till
40,
when
30, 40
80s,
years.
right?
Yeah.
Right, mid to late 80s or something like that.
So for it to kind of go from, I mean, I guess that's like everything though, because like rock and roll was created in like the 40s,
I mean,
50s.
its sheer growth and cultural impact is massive.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like hip hop now, which is becoming essentially pop. Right.
I think it's been
pop,
it's been
yeah.
pop for the last like
Pop is
10 years. Yeah.
Pop is pop. Pop's a genre, but
There's two.
what is
pop
it?
is two things.
Yeah.
There's a specific sound like JT and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
specific people.
Olivia Rodrigo. or
Olivia
something.
Rodrigo
Yeah,
and shit like
yeah.
that. But it's also just the most popular.
Ed Sheeran, yeah, because even like Ed Sheeran, like a lot, like half of his album would be like hip hop beats.
Yeah,
you know what
Sure.
I mean?
Exactly.
Taylor
There's-
Swift.
There's just
like,
a lot of influence now.
Yeah.
With hip hop in other genres that has made it very popular.
Yeah,
And
So
yeah,
it's
there are a
also-
lot of pop now. Those artists we just quickly mentioned do have hip hop style beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then before that, it was like something else, whatever it was. You know what I mean?
yeah. Kanye really, I think, was like that transition period. Not just him specifically, but kind of like what his era, going from like Jay-Z was a very popular rapper, but he wasn't a pop star, and then Kanye, through his music and through his kind of brand and then his influence too into the 2010s, I think that's where you start to see the shift. And I think ironically, actually no, it's not ironic, because like hip hop throughout the years has always been, there's been mentions of like violence and
Yeah.
all the stuff, but
Yeah.
like the shift from the hip hop from a production and musical standpoint coming into pop was like the Chief Keef era, right? Like trap drums became the thing that like pop music really took. That and like house music or EDM, that's what
Yeah.
pop kind of took over in the last 10 years.
Do you guys see a chance of hip hop going backwards and like it's sounding like it did in the 90s again? People like
I don't think it's
rapping
backwards
like that.
No.
Like people still do it, like
Yeah, I wouldn't
there's
say-
still that there.
Yeah, it's like
Like it just coming full circle in a way.
I know what you mean.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know what
Like,
you mean. I just feel like it's one of those things that's gonna keep evolving, but we're gonna get aspects of the old mixed with the new.
Yeah.
So like the guys that you would consider that old school type of sound that are in this new generation that have kind of evolved the sound, you could like Griselda
Yeah.
and shit like that. Those guys, Benny the Butcher, West Side, et cetera. Those guys are older dudes
Yeah.
that could fucking rap their asses off, but they've kind of taken that sound and made it cool again. But
It doesn't sound old.
it doesn't
Yeah.
sound old. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds like it belongs.
Or out of place here. Yeah, it doesn't sound out of
belongs.
place.
It belongs in the now, and you
Yeah.
could see it belonging, in the future as well.
Yeah.
But they rap their asses off. Not a lot. There's a few groups and other people that are able to do that. But I would say they're a little bit more unique. For example, like the Earl sweatshirts and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Denzel Currys and stuff like that.
Kind of just their own lane.
Yeah, they're in their own specific. Even
Yeah.
the Vince Staples, they're in their own lanes.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're not even really concerned about elevating the sound of hip hop itself, more just figuring out what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Through music.
Yeah.
I don't think they're really considering rap and shit like that all the time.
Yeah,
Just
no,
making-
because a lot of Vince Staples' newer stuff is like dancey, like
Yeah.
beats and stuff. It's not
Yeah.
really like hip hop beats.
Yeah, he's one of those
more
guys.
dancey, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys I've fallen off listening to him. Just
Yeah,
because
I don't listen to
I
his
don't
stuff
like
that
the
much
I like
anymore,
the
yeah.
I don't like the new stuff as
Yeah.
much, but he always have my respect because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. I know what he's doing. He's trying to get his music in other places and other ears, on the white ears, into
where
the movies.
That's where the concerts
and
money
shit
is,
like
yeah.
that. That's what he's trying to do. Because I remember when I went to go see the Gorillas a few years back. It was my first time seeing. Actually, was it my first time? It might have been my second time seeing Vince Staples. I think I saw him at an Odd Future show like way back. But yeah, it was like my second time seeing Vince Staples, but it was from seeing him perform at Danforth to then at fucking Rogers Center.
Yeah.
So it was just
Yeah.
it was a very big contrast, and he killed it, but it was just different.
Yeah.
It's just different, and
Yeah.
the sound you need different music for that type of setting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what he's been making.
Yeah, you can't just. It's weird. The bigger shows, like how that kind of plays into your sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Some things wouldn't work.
yeah. But the evolution of hip hop has been very interesting, though. I think it's like tech. It moves. It's been moving really fast. It started off really slow, and now we're moving into this like punk, this rocky punk era, where like the main acts like Uzi, Cardi, Yeet, and shit like that. Even Travis, they're pushing this sound of noise, if you will.
Yeah. Which is it's probably if
Rage.
you think about where
Noise,
like time wise
yeah,
where it
noise.
lines up where like when punk started in the timeline of rock.
Yeah.
This is probably where
Yeah.
hip hop is in terms of it needing like some
Yeah,
Just kinda-
we're gonna hit the post-punk era. We're gonna get some good music again. I can
Yeah.
definitely see it, because that's my kind of when I think about even just rock and stuff like that, and what came from that post-punk, I think is one of those eras where shit just became sick again.
yeah.
Because
Because like I can respect the punk people, like
Yeah.
like Bad Brains and stuff. Like I can respect that stuff, but it's still not like there isn't enough of the melodies. It's one of those things where it's like if you were there in that scene at that punk show, I would get it.
Yeah.
But just listening to that stuff, on your own time on your headphones or something, it's not the same. You need the whole show. Whereas post-punk, it brought the melodies and kind of just the music back to a more palatable place, I guess, where you
Yeah.
can kind of listen to it by yourself.
Exactly, yeah. And even though they're from different eras, I think about Joy Division
Yeah.
as well, bringing their type of sound, and then I think about damn, I'm just having a brain fart right now. And then I think about fucking damn it. Sorry, I have to keep speaking so I can get it. The Strokes.
Yeah.
I think about
Yeah,
the
Strokes.
Strokes.
That New York Strokes.
Yeah, the New
Interpol.
York sound, Strokes, Interpol,
Yeah.
shit like that.
I would like to see that again. That kind of regionality again, I guess, or like different scenes coming up and stuff. Everything is a little bit watered down right now. Everybody's kind of drawing from everything, which is it's fair. Like again, hip hop's in the pop era right now, so. But it'd be nice to kind of get that locality, regionality back.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the future has, though. I won't be listening either way. I'd be bumping my SoundCloud dudes, so I'm like, interesting. This is where we're headed right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully this just doesn't get played out.
Yeah.
Hopefully we pick the best of the people that are supposed to come up, you know. That doesn't always happen. But we'll see. Shouts out hip hop though. Have you guys fucking Rory and Maul on their podcast? They have an ad for eBay. And it's celebrating hip hop. And it's just really corny. And I have to listen to it all the time. It talks about how since we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, we want to make sure that you guys are put onto eBay because just like eBay and just like hip hop, we like to keep it real. So they're trying to say that all their products are checked out. If you're buying cakes and shit like that on eBay, that they've been checked, they're authentic, and I'm just like, this is horrible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is horrible. I don't know who on their team thought that would be a great idea to send it to the hip hop folks.
Yeah. Just don't even try to make that connection.
Yeah.
Just say we're sponsored by eBay. You know?
Yeah.
Don't try to. Oh, it's all the same energy.
Give me a promo
and,
code,
you know,
hip hop 50 or something like
Yeah,
that.
fuck.
And we'll call it a fucking day,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, man, it's just hilarious trying to see some of what the bigger brands are trying to do to relate
Yeah.
and accept hip hop into their lives. It's
Like
hilarious.
brands that have never even played rap or
Yeah.
been associated with hip hop in like any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as the pride thing, you know, like some people are genuine, some people are, you know, just use pride 50 at the disc, at the checkout or whatever. Like it's that same thing, like.
And also another thing I've noticed, this has nothing to do with hip hop. Now I've been on SoundCloud a lot, and then I'm getting those ads since I don't pay for my SoundCloud. But I've noticed they're fucking. I don't know if it's just me, but they're marketing to dads on
SoundCloud? In
Yeah.
what way? Like, what do you mean?
They literally have ads that are coming on to say, "Hey," and they literally says, "Hey, Dad, you should sign up for SoundCloud Go or whatever like that, so that you have access to all this extra music and da 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 da." And I'm like, why is it specifically for dads? This has nothing to. This could be for anybody.
That's weird.
I don't know.
Hey, dads? That's
Yeah,
what
they
the
literally
ad
say,
said?
"Hey, Dad." Yeah,
Hey, daddy.
Hey, Dad.
not even a daddy. I would have understood a daddy. I would have
Yeah.
accepted that a little bit more, but no, they
Don't
literally
kill
just they literally call it the dads, and I'm like, maybe this was for a Father's Day thing, but
Yeah, it just got
it doesn't. I don't know.
stuck in there.
It doesn't. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't make
They
any
were
sense to me personally.
promoting a Father's Day ad.
I don't. But
In
now
August?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know what.
But then if it's like a Father's Day ad, they're asking fathers to buy their own SoundCloud
yeah,
membership
you
for
guys
Father's
just let me
Day,
know if
like-
that's just me. Yo, go on SoundCloud, run some tracks, and when you get hit with that ad, let me know what it says because. Yeah, they'd be calling out the dads, and I'm like, what are dads gonna be doing on SoundCloud? I don't know if it's just my age group that they're trying to.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. You got caught in some weird like your
Yeah.
your algorithm just caught that or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Dog dad.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because you're a dog dad.
Maybe because I'm a dog dad. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
just
weird if
knew.
they start targeting ads like that where they're like, "Hey, you searched this today, so like,
Yeah.
check." I mean, they're kind of already doing it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
once they start addressing you by like, "Hey, you're a dad,
father.
Yeah,
Wait, yo, what
you
the
need
fuck?
this. What?
Yeah, I was confused. I was really fucking confused. Anyway, so we're gonna get to the real news, folks. I know this was pressing for Ian.
Bro.
I'm just joking.
Bro.
Bro,
Yo, bro.
bro, don't fucking kill me.
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro. All right, X, relax. Bro.
Yo, bro.
Yo, bro.
I'm a Florida man.
Oh
Yo,
god.
bro.
Anyways, Lil Tay died and came back.
Like quick. Like 2 days. A day. Shit got aired out quick.
We're gonna keep this one short.
Was it a day? I'm not even sure.
It was literally like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe
Lil Tay dead.
maybe 36.
Lil Tay not dead.
Yeah. Everybody was chilling. What day was it?
I don't fucking know, bro.
It was like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday
or
or
something,
some shit,
Wednesday,
yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Everybody's just chilling, yo. I look at my phone, and then I see Lil Tay and her brother died.
Yeah, I just see a TMZ saying Lil Tay dead, bro.
Now, if
14.
you don't remember Lil Tay,
Back in 2018, I think.
can you break down Lil Tay for us?
Lil Tay was this internet sensation
Sensation.
back in 2018. Basically, she's like this little kid, this little girl. youngest flexer in the game. So she'd go on Instagram, she'd go on social, and just like they'd record her just flexing, you know. She'd be in like Ferraris and like G-Wagons and have like stacks of cash, and she'd basically flex on you on the camera, be like, yo, I'm the youngest flexer, I could buy a Ferrari, I could buy your mom a Ferrari, shit like that, right? And it was like funny and like cute and weird at the same time. It's like this little kid that's like flexing, and no one really, I feel like most people didn't actually believe it. I don't know, maybe some people did.
I didn't.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a joke, like this little kid just like flexing on you type of thing. And this was at a time where this whole like flexing thing was like a big thing too. Like I think a lot of rappers were actually doing it on social media. I don't know, it's just like a meme. But then like a bunch of news came out. People exposed her family for like making her do it and like exploiting it, and her brother was involved.
What a shocker.
Wow, right? I know. And then right.
Wait,
so,
this kid didn't have millions of dollars?
and was willingly
She wasn't buying Ferraris herself?
and willingly uploading these videos and
What?
and like wasn't, you know, like had a gun to her head behind a camera and being like, do this, kid, yo. Like
Don't say.
yeah, they're also Canadian, they're from Vancouver.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like it's been a while because like she disappeared for a long time. I guess once she got
Yeah, you can only
exposed,
keep that up for so long.
if you will.
Yeah.
It just kind of disappeared. I mean, she's probably significantly older now. Like, no one has there ever been a photo of her now? Because like that's like 5 years later.
I feel you.
Huh?
I feel you.
Well, she's probably like 8 now. How old is she now? She's
13
14
then, yeah.
13,
14.
14.
She's like twice as old as she was,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That feels pedo-ish just saying all this.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just saying she
No, no,
probably
no.
looks way different now, like way bigger person.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, that's not. I wasn't trying to be weird about it. I'm just saying,
I'm
like
just
she's
joking, I'm
significantly
joking.
older.
I gotta
now.
do this for the pod. Yeah.
You know, she's the age of like what
Let's
Bad-
move on from her age. you
bad baby, bro.
know? All right, let's cut it.
Bad baby popped off, bro.
Yeah. That baby's doing good now, though. She's, you know.
Bad baby.
Yeah, she's rich. She's doing her thing, you know.
She looks so different.
Anyways.
You can
So
talk
yeah,
about-
Lil Tay. Lil Tay was the youngest flexer. I was never intrigued. I was never impressed. I didn't really give a fuck about her.
Lil Tay here.
People that are like Ian's age and below actually cared about this girl. And
That she died, yeah. Man. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
the second that news came out, I didn't believe it at all.
Why not, bro?
Because of them saying, literally what just sent me over the edge was them saying, her and her brother died. At the
So
same
both of
time.
them dying is like super unlikely.
Super ultra instinct rare. Like,
Yeah. It would,
Then
have,
you would just say the whole family died. Because if it's like the whole family got into a
it would have
crash
to
or
be like an accident or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
That would be the only way.
And no real news was coming out about it, like what had happened.
something. Yeah. Because if it was like
Kinda. I mean, a bunch of
multiple
blogs.
people die, then it's not something where it's like you gotta wait to see what happened. It's like if it's a crash or something, then you know automatically what happened.
A bunch of blogs did report on it, but like they knew just as much as we did.
Yeah.
They read the Instagram post and then just like regurgitated what
There's
what
probably
it said onto
people
their
trying
platform.
to reach. There's probably
Yeah.
people trying to like speculate and
Yeah.
draw conclusions and stuff.
So, anyways, we get news later that it's fake, right? And that she was hacked, apparently.
Allegedly.
See the hack thing, and when I hear the hack thing, I'm like, that's such an overused
I would love
excuse.
for that to be, you know
know?
how there's the false information thing on Twitter? Like,
Yeah.
we can easily confirm that now if somebody's actually hacked or not. Like, I would love for that to not be people's go-to excuse for things anymore. You can't just say, oh, yeah, hack, you know?
Twitter could, you're right. They know.
Yeah.
They would know if it was actually
Exactly. compromised.
compromised.
Yeah.
Password was compromised. They would know. That'd be great if they actually went ahead and confirmed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't say that shit anymore.
Get these PR teams to,
So
actually do
I
their
don't know,
job,
there's two
bro.
situations. She was either, in my opinion, she was either genuinely hacked, and some troll just wrote that shit. Lil Tay died. You know, like that's someone we haven't talked about in a long time, or they lied about her being hacked and this was a publicity stunt, and they're either backpedaling on it or this is like part of it or some shit. You know what I mean? So it's why I think it's one or the other. You know what I mean? It very well could be a hack, to be honest. I just feel like people were questioning why, if she was hacked, why it took so long to like say anything. Like it took well over a day to like say you're not hacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought maybe that'd be something you'd be wanting to like clear that as quick as possible. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know what's going on over there. If she even has a team, she probably doesn't have a team anymore or anything.
Yeah,
I didn't. Allegedly, she had a fucking actual manager, and I was like, really? Like, because like they interviewed or talked. They asked her manager if she's dead, and they're like, I can't confirm. Haven't heard anything, to be honest. So the ex-manager. I'm like,
Right.
damn, Lil Tay had a manager.
Yeah, you know,
I mean, you know, like talent managers are kind of dime a dozen. You know, like
Guess.
anybody who gets a little bit of clout, somebody called her up or something.
Probably.
You know?
hey.
Hey.
Or it could have been, you know, premeditated from the beginning too. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, she's alive.
so no news. So some people just lost the day basically.
Yeah.
On that, yeah.
She died. She came back.
She didn't really come back. I
It was a
mean,
lie.
there's been no videos of her currently today.
Yeah, it's
She's
just
off the internet completely.
That's what I'm saying.
Which she should be. Because
And that's what also made it fishy to me. I'm like, okay, you've been off the internet all this time. If allegedly you want all this privacy, why are you letting me know? Just let the bitch die.
yeah.
That's true.
Just let her die. And then you guys hit us later, 5 years down the line.
I don't know. Yeah, we don't
She
know
died 5
every
years ago.
random 13-year-old from Vancouver who dies. You know,
Yeah,
like
man.
That was a Cole Bennett video.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know nothing. So, yeah, shout out Lil Tay. Hopefully you're alive. Hopefully everything's fine. Oh my girl. Hopefully you're fine.
Do you like the curly or the straight hair?
I like it all, bro.
yeah, I like both. But I think the curly is more like
Thirst.
the curly's more
It's-
iconic.
Yeah, iconic. The curly
Yeah,
is
the
iconic.
curly's more iconic. Yeah.
I fuck with the straight though.
Yeah, it's nice to have the variety.
This is the one where the 14-year-old was twerking in the
16,
video.
She's 16.
Or 16? Sorry,
Make it a
16.
little bit better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, oh my god.
You know, I actually haven't.
Who
seen
directed
this
this?
video
Same, I haven't seen this.
Sorry,
video,
guys.
yeah.
Hold on. The Ice Spice video's up.
Who
Hold
I
on.
have to do a live
Who
reaction.
directed this shit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, I've seen this. I've seen this already.
I have not watched this.
Only because of the 16-year-old controversy, so I had to.
Yo,
So you threw it on?
come on, bro.
This guy threw it on.
Can't be,
Yeah.
can't be going from Lil Tay to that.
Yeah.
It's not what
You just said that. You just said that. He's like, I only watched this because of the 16-year-old.
No, I wanted to see what video they were talking about.
Let me do my research.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my fucking god.
But yeah, no, this video's looking cool,
Yeah.
man.
It's alright.
Y'all let us know. You like straight hair, Ice Spice? That's the one.
That was it. They
Yeah.
didn't even cut it. They kept it
I like
in,
that
bro.
it like feels like New York too. All our
Yeah,
videos,
it does.
You
It
know?
does. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
another. That's what I'm talking about. Like that locality. Like you know that Ice Spice reps New York, and it most New York rappers do that. But it sometimes today you don't know. Like you don't know right off the bat. Because
Yeah.
sometimes everybody sounds the same now.
Yeah, exactly. I feel you. But she just stands out.
I don't even know if I don't. Yeah, I mean I haven't heard this song. I don't think I've just heard like the clips on Twitter.
That's the craziest part too. I haven't even heard the song fully.
Yeah.
So me just watching this music video in mute is actually perfect.
Yeah.
Damn. Sorry guys, almost done.
And that's the other like the length of these videos. Like they know not to overstay their welcome with the songs.
Done. Look at that, over. Woo!
That was a lot of
They're not
ash.
trying to tell.
Yeah.
That was a lot of ash.
Because, like,
shaking,
what was
bro.
the one before that? There was, like, some NLE Choppa video where they're doing some skit.
Yeah, some stupid shit.
Some shit. Fucking, anytime you have suits and a goddamn
Yeah.
mask on, that's not a video, bro.
These
Like,
niggas think it's Inside Man. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, relax, man. You guys aren't that sick, yo.
that's the problem is there's, like, some treatment that inspiration from some movie, and then they try to condense it into this, like, 3-minute video, and it's, like, not gonna work, you know?
Yeah,
This is like peak pump, bro.
yeah.
This video's kind of actually hard, actually. Kind of like it. Yeah.
But yeah, yo, I just want to talk quickly, yo. Have you guys seen the prices of these Taylor Swift tickets?
No,
No,
I know
bro.
they're crazy, but
Hit
I
me
haven't
with
seen
it.
them.
Are we gonna take guesses right
All right,
now?
so I'll let you. I'll give you guys the guesses in a sec. Hold on.
Mm.
Let me pull them up just so I have it ready here. So yeah, me and my girl trying to get tickets. Obviously, she's a huge Taylor Swift fan. I fuck with Taylor Swift as well, just not as much as her.
You've seen her before.
Yeah, I've seen Taylor
A
Swift
bunch of times, no?
I think 3 times now. I think I've seen her
3
3
times more than me.
Yeah, and I like going
I
to
would never.
shows. I like going to shows like that just so you can see the differences between the levels of artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think Taylor Swift is a top 3 artist in the world right now. So, just being able to see somebody like that perform is cool because it is a spectacle. You know, and they do. She delivers every time. I've never had a bad time at a concert, even as just a guy that's just a casual fan. you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're trying to get tickets, and she's been on her tour. It's called the Eras Tour. So basically, the show is like 3 hours long,
Holy
Oppenheimer length.
shit. The show.
Yeah, the show is
She
like.
has no openers. She's just doing it, right?
I think she might have an open, but I'm not 100% sure.
So just her alone is 3 hours
yeah,
on top of her openers. What you're saying?
yeah, possibly if they have one. Yeah.
That's really long.
And basically, it's called the Eras because she's doing music from every single project that she's dropped.
Wow.
Basically, right? So she goes in, she's doing all these different changes and la-di-da-di-da-di-da-da. So she's just touching on the whole catalog, basically. And this is how she's raking in a bunch of her money right now. But she's been doing the tour, and everybody's been cheesed because there haven't been any North American dates. And then they just dropped them a couple weeks ago. So she's coming here next year, end of next year, like November, December time. And finally, tickets have been available, or not fully available, but there's a process to get the tickets just to make sure everybody could get some, which still didn't work. So basically, you had to sign up. You had to sign up on Ticketmaster to become like a Taylor Swift fan. I had to do that. And then, if you're lucky, you get added to a wait list, or and you get some type of code that
The waitlist
grants you
thing is a
access.
thing. Is becoming a thing now.
Yeah,
Because tickets are becoming too hard to get.
yeah,
For
literally,
the average person.
literally. So
What the fuck is happening?
So literally, you do this so that you can get a code, and then you're able to then buy the tickets when it's your time.
Yeah.
You have to choose between 2 dates that you want to come,
Yeah.
and you're only allowed to get tickets to one.
Would you?
possibly. No.
Sorry, sexy red is on the
No.
screen. I'm like, would you?
It just doesn't look healthy to me.
I thought she was a young
It
thug,
doesn't look
bro.
like a right choice. I'd rather have a Big Mac. But yeah, so I didn't get no codes. My girl didn't get no code, and most of the people that we know didn't get nothing. So basically, when we hop on Ticketmaster now to look at prices to see after everybody's kind of bought them, and now the people that are going to be reselling them, what are the prices like, bruh? I'm telling you, I'm not seeing this. I'm not going to this show. Just guess. Make a guess. What you think the prices would be just for nosebleeds?
Nosebleeds. Where is it? Scotiabank?
Rogers.
Rogers.
She's doing the fucking.
So like 500s.
She's doing. That's whack.
What do you mean?
Concerts are not as good in Rogers.
Yeah, but you
the sound is not as
but
good.
you get like twice as many
You get-
people though.
You get a million people in there.
Yeah.
Or a million.
No, I'm boosting it. But
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of people.
50, maybe.
It's 50 versus 20. Yeah.
50,000 versus.
Yeah.
Anyways, regardless.
Yeah. So like a 500 seat. Damn, bro. Like
Says 3 hours.
I'm just. It's like 8 bills.
1,200.
Both of you are wrong.
Okay.
6 bands.
Holy fuck,
6 grand.
6 bands, yeah.
bro.
Section 521, row 9.
So what's
This is
$6,000.
resell, obviously, right?
This is all on Ticketmaster, yeah.
Resell.
Yeah.
So
Like
what's
it-
like top tier ticket?
That I didn't even look at.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna bother looking
Yeah.
at it. 6 grand. The cheapest tickets we could find
Holy shit, bro.
were $5,000.
$6,000.
Yeah, man.
I can't fathom anything coming close to that in any world.
Exactly.
Like that must be the. I think that's the highest ticket price I've ever heard.
Yeah.
The problem.
I
yeah,
go
the,
to like.
the problem for like worst case or best case scenario of
Dude.
somebody who buys that ticket, not resale, like they got it, they got it off the wait list, is it's a parent buying it for their kid to go. Or I guess best case scenario, you're like a 19, 20-year-old or something who's going. Because otherwise, it's just like if you're an adult who's going, you're making life-changing money on tickets.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, it's a little bit different because you don't know the value of money, right? And if your parents are willing to spend that, then whatever.
Yeah,
But I'm sure it's
some
still,
tickets,
like-
bro. Flip
yeah.
those.
I mean, you
can't.
tried, yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
Fuck going there, bro. Fuck going to the concert. Could have made bands, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, fuck that.
That's the
But
problem too. Yeah, you get the ticket, and then you're like, why would I go if it's an
If
opportunity?
I could flip
yeah.
this,
yeah.
bro.
Make $6,000 or whatever it would be close to
It's basically $6,000.
And bro,
'cause the
people are gonna
tickets
pay that $6,000.
That's disgusting.
Because that ticket regular
I'm sorry, like
face
Taylor
value is
Swift
probably
is
like
not-
$50 or something, $100
Yeah.
or something.
You
Yeah.
Swifties, yo, y'all are crazy. Like, what? How the hell did the demand for her tickets raise the
'Cause
price
that's how
that
big the tour
high?
is, bro.
Dude, the demand is so high that shit.
It doesn't help when every clip you see is like, oh, here's Bradley Cooper and fucking,
Yeah.
Like
Olivia
dude,
Rodrigo
man, like,
chilling,
biggest artists in
courtside
the
watching
world,
and-
like Drake and Justin Bieber, Weeknd, fucking Lady Gaga. Like their tickets are not even that expensive. How the hell did that? That's crazy.
Just Taylor Swift's the top 3, I think, right now. Top 3.
That's in Toronto.
And she's doing 5 nights. Back to back to back to back to back to back.
In Toronto?
Yeah, back to back, Rogers Center.
Oh my god. Why
5.
so many here?
Because this is the only time she's coming here for the tour.
Bro, she added dates, and when is it? October? No,
November.
next November. We're in.
In 2024.
Yeah, we're in August.
Not
that
now.
tour's been.
This is not, I'm not going this year.
Yeah.
This is for next year.
This is more than a
I
year.
have to stay alive until next
This is
year.
more than a year from now. The concert is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's here 5 nights back to back. Is
Yeah.
she doing that for other cities?
all the big cities, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. She's, the bigger ones.
There's
yeah.
no fucking way she's gonna have the endurance to do all that.
Bro, yeah.
I mean, she's
3
been
hour
on tour
shows.
She's been on tour for almost a year now.
3-hour shows back to back to
Back
back
to back to
Some of
back,
those are getting
bro.
canceled.
No, bro. Drake just did 5 nights in New York. Back to back to back to back to back.
They add
there's-
they add the
MSG.
shows when they know how much people to expect.
Yeah.
They're so big that she could fill.
They
the
might
Ro-
add more
She
shows.
could fill the
Yeah.
Rogers Center
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy.
Well, that's only 250,000
I'm-
people,
I'm
bro.
sure a
that's,
bunch of-
that's nothing.
That's
man.
nothing. That's a pinch. That's a pinch of people, bro. That's
I
nothing.
mean,
and
that's-
you know there's people that are going there more than once.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
like that's like double or triple the attendance at like Coachella.
Somebody's spending like
Those
25
5
bands
shows, you know what I mean? Like
to go to all of those shows
Yeah.
in the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Somebody's spending a car.
Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I just don't see myself going to it. Teresa's like, we're gonna go. She's like, I don't care. We're gonna be downtown that day.
okay.
And I'm like, what are we doing out
Yo,
there?
motherfuckers go to Japan for a
She's
month.
like, she's like, we're gonna
We're
try to
gonna
pick
go
up tickets outside, and I'm like, bro, that guy's gonna get us for 10K. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
She That's crazy.
She's like, if we can't get in, we'll just wait. And I'm like, for what?
Wait, what do you mean wait?
Bro, we
She's
won't be
in-
able to. We won't be able to hear it. Maybe.
She's in
Oh no,
denial.
it's gonna be closed because it's cold outside. We're not gonna hear shit.
It's also a year from now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Over a year from now.
Man's gonna have a kid. Like,
Exactly.
so many things
Anything
can
could happen,
change.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yo, you're crazy, man. That's why I'm like, man, I can't do these big ass arenas and shit shows like that. I can't do them. I like my cool little. Small
If it
shows.
was Scotiabank, that shit would be fucking
Yeah.
20 bands for the shittiest seat.
I should be here 2 weeks.
Because they'd be even more demand.
Yeah.
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 She'd be on tour for like 10 years if she was doing non-stadium shows at this point.
Crazy, man. But yeah, man.
And that kind of sucks too because her music, or you can imagine her show would be a good like intimate experience.
Yeah, yeah,
too, but
yeah.
just can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin Talks Podcast.
What's the contract with Beats Pill and
And
music
rap.
videos? Yeah, rap videos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
every fucking video.
I don't know, man. I think it's because it's fucking Dr. Dre.
Yeah,
So he just lined something up with everybody. I've never understood it either.
Every time I see it, I get cheesed. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It doesn't do anything for the video. I'm just like, why? What is this placement here?
Yeah. I do remember when Beats was hot.
Yeah.
I remember we were out here fucking
Beats. We
making
were the Beats boys, bro.
customized
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. The different. Yeah.
Once one man got the beats, every man got the beats.
The Fanta grape
Yeah,
beats.
we
Yeah.
had different beats we were customizing online, bro. We had names and shit for them. These are the grimaces. These are hard, bro. But yeah, man. All right, guys. Let's talk about the real stuff today.
We got 2 topics. The real ones.
I come to you bearing bad news. They gave my nigga Tory 10 years.
10 years, bro.
A decade.
A decade. A fat 10.
Fucking 10 decade. Whether he's in jail for that long is a different story. I mean, I don't know. People don't know shit, but people are confident that that won't be the case. But
He
we'll
has to
see.
serve at least 85%.
Yeah,
So it'll be out in about 7-ish years.
if he's good, if he's a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
could possibly be out earlier with an appeal, and that's a whole nother process, though.
Yeah, if that's successful, yeah.
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 But yeah, 10 years. There's not much I have to say about that other than that sucks.
Yeah.
You guys know what side I'm on. I don't need to repeat it.
I wish we did
Meg Thee
record
Stallion,
the whole
The whole breakdown.
Yeah.
Like the stallion, right?
You guys know which side I'm on.
You never broke it down on the pod though.
I didn't break it on the pod, but I've
Why
said
not?
I've said it several
I would
times.
love to hear a breakdown.
No. We don't need to hear a breakdown. You guys know what happened. If you don't know what happened, go do your research.
That is part of the problem too, is people don't
Yeah.
know what happened. But
Yeah. We don't know what happened.
Yeah.
You guys know that we don't know what happened, but he got 10 years.
I'm seeing a lot of jumping to conclusions, you know.
Yeah.
It sucks, but I mean, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
people do it in every situation in life that they don't
Exactly.
have all the info to, right?
All I'm going to say is you got 10 years, Tory. You got to sit down for 10 years, man, unfortunately. No matter what happened, whether or not you did the shooting or not, hey, some decisions were made on your part that I feel didn't help you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you got to sit for 10
he
years.
like admit to it. He kind of did though. What? Yeah.
Then I start showing my bias.
Oh, there you go. But like he like apologized for it,
No, he didn't.
which is a weird move because he didn't do it.
He didn't apologize for it.
I thought he did. That's what people were saying.
See, and I don't want you to say that.
So the internet is weird about this whole Tory thing. There's a lot of people against him, like a lot.
Yes.
Actually, most Americans are against him.
I wouldn't say it's similar, but
a
it's
lot of Americans
But
are.
look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. It's the same type of thing where people just naturally jump to
Man or woman.
Yeah, and so like I saw a lot of, not in this situation, but I saw a lot of women who were defending Johnny Depp. I didn't see too many women defending Tory Lanez in
Yeah,
this
there's a
situation.
handful of women that
There's
were
a
like,
few.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few.
There's a few.
But it's one of those
They
things
know.
where it's kind of just like you have your preferences, and some people just like selective hearing, or they don't want to go
Yeah.
in and hear the whole story.
Exactly.
They care about this enough to talk about it and spread their opinions on Twitter, but they don't care enough to
like,
do
really
all
look
the
into it.
Yeah, to really like dive deep. you
There's
know?
so much twerking in this video.
Now, even though you guys know my side,
Go on.
it's. I will say, I didn't expect him to not get convicted of something. I thought he was gonna get convicted because if you just look at the charges, you just gotta break it down. I think I don't know if I broke it down here, but I broke it down, kinda. The only thing I didn't really agree with was the assault, the deadly weapon. But everything else, yeah, sure, he can go to jail for that shit. Just because, one, whether or not it was his gun, it was in his vehicle. So
Yeah.
therefore, you got to take responsibility for that.
Yeah.
And you had your witness saying that you did shoot the gun. Whether that have been in Meg's direction, in the air, on the floor, or elsewhere, doesn't really matter. You shot the gun recklessly,
Yeah.
which means you're gonna get charged for that. So those are the main things where I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. He's gonna go to jail, but that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah.
Really, he was gonna go to jail, unless they're able to swindle it, which I didn't think they were really focusing on during the case. So yeah, it is
Was
what
this
it
the
is.
max or what was
Oh no, he had 22 years.
22? Okay.
Yeah, so him getting 10 is totally. Again, 10 is a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Just
But
because even
it's
still,
the best
yeah.
case scenario.
Because like I haven't really heard of
He took it to trial, so they're gonna give him time.
10's
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
10's
You know?
a lot. How long was Bobby Schmurda locked? He wasn't even locked up for 10 years, bro.
7.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his original
I wanna say
sentence was.
5, 7 years.
I don't know what his I don't know if he served that full sentence or if it
Yeah.
was like reduced at some point. I think it was reduced at some point.
No, he
But,
took more time.
Did he?
Yeah, he took more time.
More
so
time.
so that Rowdy could get the same amount as him.
Mm.
That was the whole thing. That's why everybody was like, Bobby Schmurda's so real. Da, da, da. He took more time for his friend so that his friend and him could come out around the same time. And his friend got less time. And he got out before him.
Then
Yeah,
it
like,
didn't play out. The way
huh?
he wanted. It didn't play out the way he wanted.
No, it played out the way
Oh,
he
play
wanted
out
to.
the. Oh, okay.
Because he was able to get out in a reasonable amount of time, and his friend got out just before him. Like literally, like I want to say
Right.
like 6 months before him.
Right.
Rowdy got out, and then Bobby got out a little bit after. And then since Bobby did that, he was welcomed with open arms, and he's flopped ever since.
Yeah.
Bobby Schmurda? Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
see that video of him getting picked up by a man?
That wasn't him. I hate you. We can't spread fucking bullshit on here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yo, that was him, no?
Getting picked up by a man.
You didn't see that?
No, bro.
I didn't see it, bro.
I don't know.
That Eiffel Tower, yo. And there's a man picking him up.
I'm not doing this.
You
shit,
didn't see
bro.
that shit, yo.
No.
Everyone was like, pause. Like,
Yo.
was that not him?
He was doing a lot of questionable stuff when he got out. A lot of zesty.
It was this white
things.
dude and it picked him up, bro.
A lot of zesty shit was
He was
going
riding
on.
on his shoulders,
him.
bro.
But anyways, back to Tory. Yeah, man. Just sit down and do your 10. That's all I could really say,
Yeah.
Sit down and do your 10.
I feel like he's been preparing himself for whatever is to come, kind of
Yeah.
in the past little while.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
And, he, I don't know what the thinking was, but, hey, you decided not to speak up when you had the opportunity to. Therefore, sometimes that has some consequences. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is, man. You gotta sit for the 10 whether or not you did it. Hey.
I just saw somebody reposted when Meg was on quarantine radio. I'm like, damn, bro, what a
Bro,
different time. Like,
let me show you my comment. I don't know if man saw my comment.
Quarantine
on
radio.
Academics post.
He was blowing up like crazy during that shit.
10
10 years, man. This
yeah,
is so crazy to me.
the come up to the fall off, the drop off. I don't know if we've seen. Is that the?
It happened. It's somebody else's.
Yeah,
list
I'm
for
sure somebody's topped it, but like it's
But
pretty.
this is up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Academics made a post August 7th. It was just the Tory Lanez sentencing day. And then his caption was "Pray for Big Tory." They're trying to give him 22 years. And then I commented, "Imagine you're about 2 minutes from beating in Kylie Jenner's cheeks, then the unthinkable happens. Crazy life, bro." And people were just dying. It was hilarious. That's like big facts. You're like LMAO. People are like, yo, life is crazy, bro. Yeah, shit's sad. Now we gotta wait for great music. Oh man. And then one man's like, yeah, that's why he shot her. I'm like, all right, relax.
Yo.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
on, bro.
That's why he shot her.
But yeah, man, yo, life could just switch up just like that. That's crazy, eh?
There's no
In the
gun
pandemic too, like when everybody else was doing nothing.
Bruh,
bro,
can
like-
you imagine? You're just at home. You get a call from Megan Thee Stallion. Yo, pull up to Kylie Jenner's house. OBJ's here. Mans are here.
God.
We're chilling. It's a low-key thing. Pull up. You pull up. You're in the pool with Kylie, Meg. Vibing, bro. Kylie's on you. Megan sees this.
I kind of get it now. Life can't be that good. You know what I mean?
It can't,
You
and that's
can't-
the problem.
you can't- it can't
he
be-
thought it was.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah,
he thought it was.
he didn't have that snap in his head where it's like, yo,
He was
humble yourself.
Yeah,
Right now.
that's the problem. I think that's what the problem is. It's a lot of arrogance, and this whole
Yeah.
thing has been about arrogance.
Y'all
You know what I
claiming he
mean?
did it now. Shit.
What? Claim what?
He shot her.
No.
No, just
said
getting
that?
just getting
Arrogance
involved,
and shit,
just
bro.
the whole situation.
No,
of it.
I mean arrogance as in having 3 bitches here, 2 of them that you're fucking, 1 of them that you're about to beat down, all in the same place. That's dangerous.
Yeah, and this is like a billionaire.
Yeah,
You know,
that's dangerous. You can't have all these attractive women here, 2 of them that are fucking you, and they don't even know they're both fucking you.
Yeah.
Well, 1 of them doesn't know that.
yeah.
Fucking you.
Drinks are pouring, bro. Come on, bro.
Meg's already drunk. Tori's getting there.
Yeah.
Kylie's on me.
Is Kylie actually on him? Like, is
Bro,
it
Kylie was on him.
bullshit. Short King over here. All right. Yo,
Bro, you don't get it.
Short
man.
King, bro.
There was video of
Yes.
yeah. There was video of that.
there's
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
the hell?
And we're not talking about just regular Tory Lanez. We're talking about Tory Lanez at the peak of his career.
Yeah.
Quarantine radio Tory Lanez. Alone at prom Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Okay? He's dropping verses like crazy.
Mm.
Rapping
He was
his ass
probably one of the most popular streamers at the time. One of
Yes.
the most popular Instagram live
Yes.
people. Like
Yes.
his internet numbers were probably just ridiculous at that time.
Yeah.
He just got too drunk, bro, and he got in his head, bro.
It's just crazy how
But
life
he
can
didn't
change.
shoot her. There's no gun residue or anything like that.
We don't know that.
Okay.
We can't say that he didn't. I don't think he did. But we can't say that he didn't because he got convicted. But I'm also in the world of beliefs where I've seen people get convicted for crimes they didn't do.
Of course.
And I've seen people plead guilty to shit they didn't do
Yep.
because they couldn't take it to trial because like, bro, they're trying to give me 100 years.
Yep.
I might as well take 3,
Drag
5.
this out for 5 years.
Yeah.
Legal fees are gonna eat you up. Like
Fuck it. Let me sit down for 5 years and I'll just say I fucking did it. I'll just plead guilty and then
Yeah.
it'll be in the books that I did it, but I never did this shit. But hey,
that's the law. Like people know how to do that. Where it's like we're
Yeah.
gonna fucking back this person into the wall and like make them admit that just saying that they're guilty is actually better than them trying to fight this.
yeah,
Happens so much.
it happens a lot. And that's just the world that I'm coming from because I've seen that happen a lot, and that's why I believe what I believe. But
And just the fact that like once we didn't like somebody shot somebody, why is that? How is that so hard to fucking figure out? You know what I mean? Like because it wasn't such a clear cut thing, and there were so many of all these like this person's testimony wasn't lining up with this person's
It is so
thing of the
strange.
events, and yeah, I get it. People were drunk and stuff and whatever, but like a gun was fired and it hit somebody. Like, how do you not put 1 and 1 together with that? I don't know.
and yes, let me just say that one more time. Megan is a victim here.
Yeah.
She got shot.
Yeah.
We're not denying that she got shot. We just don't know who did it, and we don't know the motivation behind it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not really buying a phone call where a guy says sorry without saying sorry for shooting you.
Yeah.
or shooting this
Yeah, that's
person.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
He says sorry, and from my perspective, he's saying sorry for causing the issue that
For
led
the whole thing happening.
to
yeah.
violence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because can you imagine fucking, hey, yo, my bad, bro. Like,
My bad, yo. I shouldn't let off the shots at her toes like that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me though. I don't know. We'll probably never know. I hope when Tory gets out, he just spills the fucking beans.
yeah, well, even if it happens fucking 30 years, 40 years from now, if something comes out, where we get to the answer, like I think we'll find out about OJ at some point in our lifetime, you know what I mean?
I hope so.
I think we'll find out about this.
On his deathbed.
Yeah. I can't
I
remember.
did it.
He's like, I actually did
I can't remember. There was shit coming out about that where it's like people were saying around him that he was gonna say it, or somebody was gonna come out and be like, "No, this is what happened." I can't remember, but like, fucking the Emmett Till girl, at the end
Yeah.
of her days, finally admitting what happened.
Yeah.
So it's possible we'll get the truth, but right now,
I think I'm gonna say some wild shit on my deathbed though. I think that'd be hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah,
just something to fuck up everything. Yeah,
Just some next shit
Yeah.
you did.
No, and then maybe you didn't even do this shit.
yeah, exactly. Just to fuck with them. Yeah.
Your deepest darkest.
I left $5 million hidden in the.
I left 5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a spy.
Yeah.
There's $5 million in a beach in no. What? What are you saying?
And then you come back after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you go back.
It was it. You just ask. They'll know where it is. Who? Ice Spice.
Wait, what?
What? This doesn't even connect to what's going
They're
on.
shaking you. Where is
Shaking the
it?
shit out of me.
Where the fuck is it?
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I might just do that. Just say some dumb shit. Just to get the family going. Bro.
Yeah.
Just to get the family to break apart. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be
The
fucking
deathbed,
hilarious.
like, emitting
You
on
just
your
have so much
deathbed
power
is
in
so
that
crazy,
moment,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
so
so
crazy,
much
bro.
And you have to make it real dramatic too. You have to grab
Yeah.
whoever's there,
Cough
bring
in
them
their
close.
face a little bit, you know.
Thanks, buddy. Hiding away
There's
in a
100
beach and
There's $100 million. I tucked it away on our one trip to the. Remember, remember Ice Spice? What?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
Oh,
I'm dying right now. I keep coughing.
baddie.
My throat is so dry.
Yeah, same. Actually,
See, Ian swung me that fucking COVID. You see that they're saying it's COVID out here right now?
like COVID's happening again.
Yeah, some new strain
Really?
that everybody's getting. Yeah.
So that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's probably something we got to get used to, where it's gonna it's like the flu, or just kind of keep coming around.
Like something's gonna keep happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, lead us, Ian.
Yo, masculinity.
Just going off.
It's
of the Tory
sensitive.
shit,
Man. It's sensitive, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like the topic we just talked about with Tori, it's a related topic.
Yeah.
Masculinity, because
sure.
us as three guys, we can't just say free Tory, or we can't just say like, you know.
I-
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
it really did become
I mean,
a-
you can, but it's
a
like then
he
you gotta
versus
be.
she
Yeah, you gotta be on the
situation.
defensive now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
It's like you're picking a side.
We must protect women, and that's going to be an argument, and I agree with that argument.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do too.
But people are going to blame masculinity, and what does that mean to blame masculinity? Like, masculinity nowadays seems to be like a negative thing. Like, it seems to not it's something you shouldn't promote. Like, it's something
Yeah,
you should.
you always hear it with toxic now. You don't really
Yeah.
hear just masculinity as a
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a concept, especially like in comparison to when we were kids and what masculinity meant to
Yeah.
being a man's man, and that was actually something to strive for, like to be a man, to be a
What's it mean to be a man
Macho.
in 2023?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some people who promote it, but it always comes off the wrong way. You know, so the number one dude is Andrew Tate. Like, Andrew Tate is that guy right now that seems to be
Yeah.
promoting masculinity.
Jordan
or
Peterson
men,
kind of, yeah.
men, you know, doing what they should be doing in a more traditional role, and just, yeah, you know, masculinity. But nowadays people look at that and seem to like look down upon it, be like, and calling it toxic. So the term toxic masculinity is a thing where men, you know, men who promote their masculine side and their I'm the breadwinner, blah blah blah, I'm a man, like I take control of the situation, stuff like that. Like that's like looked down on, and like men are now, it seems to be the younger generations now being told that's not how you should be. You know what I mean? You should be more in tune with your feminine side, or just, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, it's a weird thing that's happening. because I'm a little more on the side of masculinity. Like, I think there's femininity and masculinity, and each gender has their role in each, and you could be either or in each gender, and that's fine. But like, I think you need both, to strive together. They go hand in hand. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. And like, another thing with that topic is there's like, is like the decline of masculinity to blame. Is it because social pressure? Is there a lot of social pressure to not be that way?
Mm-hmm.
You get called an Andrew Tate, you get called a Trump, you get called whatever, Jordan Peterson, a meninist,
Yeah.
men's rights person.
Yeah. A proud boy.
Those are terrible. Those are terrible titles nowadays. You don't want to be called any of those things, right? That's like being called Hitler, essentially.
Totally.
Right. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like,
I think with masculinity, I've definitely seen the toxic side of it, but I have seen very positive things as well. It just depends. I feel like it just kind of depends on who we look to for masculinity. Because there are certain people that would say that they're very masculine, but I don't even fuck with them either.
yeah.
And they're not people that I would want to even be like as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what it is, kind of finding out what type of man that you want.
Yeah,
to be.
yeah. But I think with masculinity, the toxic part of it that people like to say is toxic is, I guess, when it goes with putting women down or disrespecting women, or men
Being controlling.
or just more essentially just being like, they're above women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so masculine, I'm above women, blah blah blah.
Do you think we are above women?
Oh god. No.
Like, be real.
No, I don't think. Ah, fuck.
Be honest. Be honest.
No, I can't.
We're on our podcast. Yes, you can.
Again, we both have our roles, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, fuck me.
So yes, Ian thinks that men are above women. Let's be
So-
real, man.
Okay, so
I do too.
if you were to just remove all the social shit and just the raw gender roles of what we're both here for, men, we're here to support the family, to support the children, and by doing that, if it's a more modern day, that would be making money, bringing money back to the family, or if it's before that, let's say hunting and supplying food and shelter and protection, and women we're there to essentially have children. That's
I need to cut you off because you're not answering the question.
What's the question?
Do you think men are above women?
I'm getting there.
This is way too long. This is a yes or no.
It's not that simple.
It is very
It's
simple. You don't
really
need
hard
break
to
it
say
down.
yes or no.
I think
Are men above women? Yes.
I hate to say above, but we play. I think we play a very big role in life. We have created the world. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
You look at construction. You look at
Toxic
plumbing.
masculinity.
You look at
created
oil
it, bro.
rigs. You look at all these places.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of men have been involved in creating these things. I'm not saying women aren't as well. A lot of women have as well too, but a lot of men are also in charge of continuously running these things.
How do you feel about the statement that men can almost do every job that a woman can do, but a woman cannot do every job that a man can do?
Sure.
Kind of crazy.
Yes, but again,
That is so generalizing, by the way.
it's very generalized.
Crazy.
If I'm really thinking about it, yeah, there's certain things that we can't do that women can do.
I guess, yeah.
But if you really were to break it down on a vast majority of things, if we really went tit for tat, there'd be a few things more on our list
Right.
that we can handle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it necessarily means that we're above women or anything like that. It just means that there's Simply, there's just a difference. There's just a difference, and people would say what we're saying right now is very toxic.
Oh fuck, we got canceled. We just got canceled for the
Yeah.
20th time.
They'd say what we're saying right now is
Shit,
very
you
toxic.
went off the other day, man, with the other podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yo, I'm sick and tired of them, bro.
That shit was crazy.
Jeez, yo, Cardi was over here sucking dick.
This video is crazy. She looks really hot in this video.
Yeah, no, she looks
actually.
good. But just going back to the whole male shit. One of the people, and it's really funny, but he's always stuck in my mind as a very positive, masculine or male figure.
Yeah.
He's a fictional character, and this would be really random.
Yeah.
But Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
He's a man of balance, and I think that's what's important. He's a man that could take the lead, put his life on the line, protect the people he cares about for the greater good. You know what I mean? But he also has his sensitive side that he has around his girl, where he's able to break down some of his walls and get kissy and lovey-dovey, you know, and cry a little bit.
Every man can be vulnerable.
Yeah,
That's
100%. But
That's
he,
a normal human
but he
trait.
does it. He does it with pride.
I don't believe the whole macho I don't cry thing.
Yeah, I don't believe in that either, and I think that's what
Yeah.
it is. I think a lot of it has to do with this balance, and I feel like a lot of the toxic traits come from fighting vulnerability and fighting certain things, like crying and trying not to look weak and this and that. When sometimes that's okay to do. But it is hard as a man to do those things around other men comfortably. I do think there is a positive side to male arrogance. I feel like all men should be a little bit arrogant, a little bit ignorant to a certain degree. You should have a bit of pride. You know what I mean? It's about having that extra bit of confidence and not wanting to back down. Unless
So distracting, bro.
so you keep looking over there.
I know.
Unless, because you get distracted. You have ADHD. Like,
This is a
you
great
get distracted
video.
easily.
This is a great video. It's one of the greatest videos ever. It's turned down for what?
I've never watched this shit.
You never
actually,
seen the
bro.
turn
You
down
never
for
seen
what?
this?
Nah,
This is
man.
one of
This
the
is crazy.
It's
Yeah,
one of the
this is
greatest
actually
videos
great.
ever made.
This is
Turned down for what, bro?
Yeah, this
it's,
is a great video.
it's a good song too.
It's a bunch of gyrating and genitalia.
But yeah, her tits are just fucking flying, bro.
they're
Smashing
talking.
the shit out.
But yeah, I think what it is just kind of finding that balance. It's important to find that balance and know when to be prideful, know when to be arrogant, know when to be extra confident and shit like that. Know when to protect people, and not just do it because you feel like that's your role. You know.
Yeah, I just feel like society is setting men up to be like weaker and just like denying all of those masculine traits
Yeah.
that we should have.
Mhm.
And I don't know. It's just gonna make young men confused about everything. And
I don't think it's a long-lasting thing. I think all these things, they come in cycles.
Yeah.
So it'll come
Yeah.
back around. I think we're seeing it come back around.
I think
already.
exactly.
And it's just
coming
about
back around
finding the
now.
balance.
Yeah.
because I actually think like without that, like those masculine traits, and you're being deprived of that or socially pressured to not be like that, like I think it's actually gonna cause a lot of men to be very unhappy with the results. You know what I mean? Of
I
their
agree.
Life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I only recently started coming into my manhood, and that's because I started realizing I need to take on a lot more responsibility, and because of the jobs and stuff like that I started working. It's kind of funny. It's weird. Like I've been doing this whole art shit, so I've been living a very soft life. I have nice soft hands, or used to, and then once I started working with my hands a lot more, I actually enjoyed it, and I was like, "Oof, I feel good." You know, I feel like I did something today. I feel it's almost like when we were watching that show with the people that do all that shit with glass. And you know how we're saying, I'm like, yo, those are like men. Like that's what it's like. You know what I mean? It's like they are creating something from nothing with their hands and doing this and that. you
Yeah, I
know?
like that feeling,
They're working with tools and knocking this shit down and making all this noise. And that's what it's about, being an actual man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. It's about being able to create something from nothing and having pride in that and da 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 da. And yeah, I've grown into my manhood and appreciating those things because yeah, I was living a soft ass life before, and no hating, but this is what just happens when you're raised around a bunch of women your whole life and shit like that, or you're raised from a different perspective where people don't feel like masculinity is important, but they want masculinity in their lives.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because as I got older, my mom, for example, she would make comments to me about being a man. I'm like, I never learned how to do these things.
Yeah.
You know? So I saw how it affected me, and it never made me feel like I was really a man or made me really feel that confident in myself when it came to being a caregiver, provider, and this and that.
Right.
I've only started slowly coming to that recently because I've had to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, if I was raised with my dad, it would definitely be different.
Right.
I think that's one of those things I pointed out to my girl a few months ago. That's the difference between like me and my brother. My brother, he got raised with my dad because his mom, she got sick of him, and she's like, "Yo, you're living with your dad while you're in high school,"
Okay.
which is a perfect time for him because he got to grow up around my dad, and my dad put him on a strict. You got to be home this time. These are
Really?
your chores.
Okay.
You got to work out. You got to do this. You got to do that. If you don't know what you're doing by the time you're done school, take a 1-2 years, try and figure it out. If you can't, you need to hop into a trade. That's what my dad set him up with from time. Me, on the other hand, it was my mom's like, do whatever you like. Explore. Take your time.
Yeah, and then that's
You know? And that's exactly what I did.
both those
Yeah.
parenting styles are very common.
Completely
in
yeah.
each, gender.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Mother, father.
Because she's just a
kind of thing.
caregiver. She's there to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
soft and love me and be patient. You know what I mean? But I started realizing as I got older, I'm like, yo, I needed somebody to kick me around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I was growing up.
I read a book about this, about like single mother boys that are raised by single mothers,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a thing that the book talks about. Just lack. Obviously, it's a somewhat of a lack of father figure, and,
Yeah.
and like typically women have a different parenting style, and it's a little more loose and a little more like do what you want and blah blah blah, and like and just less structure and less being taught, kind of what you're describing.
Yeah, exactly.
And to some men that could set them up for a lot of failure
Exactly, yeah.
in long term.
And I hate to say it, I feel like that it set me back
Yeah,
a little bit.
it could. Yeah.
And I remember saying this to Teresa as we're sitting in the IKEA parking lot, and I'm like explaining my life to her. It's hilarious. Because we were just waiting for an item inside. And she starts crying, and she's like, your mom tried, like, she did her best. And I'm like, I'm not saying she didn't. But in hindsight, when you look back on things, as horrible as it's to say, I wish she sent me to my dad's. You know? So that I could get that father figure in my life. And so that I could see what it's like to kind of be a man. And even though he's not the greatest man in the world or anything like that, but at least being around one,
Yeah.
so I can pick up on certain habits, pick up on certain things, then I would have enjoyed that. Because if I look at me and my brother, there's two differences. He lives a lot more of a structured life now because of the shit that he had to go through in high school that he hated while living at my dad's. He hated his life there, but he appreciates it because it's like it's part of everything that he does on a daily basis now. You know? And he always knew because he learned young. I never thought about this shit when I was younger. He was like, yeah, he's like, honestly, I could pick up a trade. Like, and that's what he's doing.
Right.
You know? So he's like, yeah, I'll just pick up a trade if everything else fails. If I can't figure it out, then I'll just pick up a fucking trade. And that's what he's been doing. He has his place. He lives with his boy. And he just chills. He goes out. And he just lives his life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He just takes care of himself.
Right.
Me, I was at home. I was chilling with my mom. I did all this stuff with my mom. I lived a real cushy, softer life. I was doing art and shit and editing and all this
Nothing
other
wrong
shit.
with that.
And it's not that there's something wrong. It's
Yeah.
the stuff that where I could tell maybe if I was with my dad, my drive would be different. You know what I mean? Maybe I would be more open to networking and this and that. Maybe I wouldn't be as introverted as I am. Maybe I would take care of my health a bit more in those free times. Maybe I would have set myself up with a trade as a backup when I was 20 instead.
Right,
You know,
right.
and do all this other shit part time. Da 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 da. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. And just also being able to see another man in action, because my dad, he can be arrogant, he can be ignorant, he could be all those negative things, but I can still see the positivity in it, because it kind of sounds wild, but it's like it's our way of controlling our world, if you will. Like, one thing about my dad, if you ask him a question, you're gonna be standing there waiting for an answer forever,
Why? Well,
because he's a dick.
oh,
He's a dickhead about it. I remember going up to him and asking him simple questions. Hey, Dad, can we play the Xbox? And he's there watching football.
he's ignoring you essentially. He heard you, but he's like just straight ignoring your ass. Like,
Dad, yeah, I heard. Nah. He's like,
Nah.
like, yo, what the fuck? But that's how he controls the situation, you know what I mean? And even though you're angry at him, you're like, yo, this guy's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
But that's how he controls it. He makes sure that you know he's in control. You know, he controls that whole situation. You have to go ask Dad in a cute little quiet voice in hopes that he just says yes.
Yeah.
You know. But it's my mom. Yo, I'm running the Xbox. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
fight
Yeah.
you.
Exactly. You're saying wild shit to your mom because you know you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just certain shit like that where it's like it's important to obviously have those male figures in your life, but if you don't, try and figure out a way to step into your masculinity and kind of figure it out. But of course, like I was saying, it's about balance at the end of the day. But I do agree, mans are softer these days.
They are, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing like kids that I work with, and I'm like,
They're being softer, and
Bruh.
like there's just like when you bring up masculinity or these like these typical like gender roles or the way a man should behave, it's just like people scoff at that
Yeah.
concept now. It's like, what? I don't want to be sexist. I don't want to be. Yeah, no, I don't want to be any of these things. Andrew
Yeah.
Tate, blah blah blah.
yeah, I don't want to be Andrew Tate either, but there's certain things that Andrew Tate says that I definitely agree with.
Yeah,
He's just some wild
Andrew
shit as
Tate
well.
is extreme. Like,
Yeah, he's extreme. He's an extreme
Yeah.
case, and that's why he's popular. You know,
yeah.
because it's so extreme the shit that he
You
says.
know, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not promoting no incel stuff and like things like that. I'm just saying that.
But at the end of the day, he's really
You
just
know?
promoting taking care of yourself, taking care of your business.
Right.
Yeah.
If you really break down his message, if you get past all the wild shit, he's really just telling guys, yo, work out, get a good job, and if you get a good job, find a way to get out of that job and become rich, so that everything's taken care of for you. You know, which I don't think is an issue at all. He's not wrong about those things at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, a lot of the kids these days don't know that, and they're trying to, I don't know, they get lost in it. I just hate when it turns into a situation where we have conversations with the opposite sex and they think we're crazy for some of the shit that we say,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But
And then, you know, on the other hand, you can say like men are trash, and then that's fine.
But
you
it's
know?
fine.
Yeah.
exactly,
yeah.
like they have,
And,
this is-
and what's crazy too is like most men would agree with you on that
Yeah.
too. That men are trash. you
yeah,
know?
because
lot of
men we
shit.
recognize gross, creepy fucking men, and we're
Yeah.
like, those guys are not the type of men, but you bitches love them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
hear
not the
lots
type
of-
of
That's the
guys
other.
that you should
That, I
be
mean,
around.
yeah, that's the
Heard
other
so
part of
many
it too, where
stories,
it's,
man,
you
of
still get
shitty men.
these. You still get this feeling that if you're not a dirtbag or what's the word, like negging, you know, that's a very common
Sure.
pickup technique
pickup
or whatever.
technique, yeah.
So like these things still exist where it's like you're still seeing on Twitter and things like, oh, this guy, I want somebody to ruin my life or all this shit. Like that's toxic. Future people listening to Future, like that, it still exists.
Future.
You know what I mean?
Future's the god.
Women, yeah, ruined my life. Yeah, well, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
they're encouraging it. They like it.
Yeah, because they feel like they can fix you. But what girls don't understand is, bruh, I was already broken before you. I'm gonna stay broken forever. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin your life.
You asked for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what attracts them.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think women are attracted to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah,
Women
yeah.
attract to high value men, et cetera, et cetera.
And a
High
lot of
value men
high-value men are-
typically
yeah.
sleep with more women, so then you have a large percentage of women wanting to sleep with the same low percentage of men that are on top of everything.
Yeah.
And then essentially all these women are fucking the same dudes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you break it down, what is it? I think it was 40% of men provide 80% of the babies out there in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. 40% of men.
Because it's just women are fucking the same dude.
Yeah,
A lot
so-
of the same guys.
And I think at this rate, something like maybe almost 50% of men will be childless.
Because we're
Something
fucking
almost that
we're
high.
fucking less. Yeah.
Something like that. And women would be pretty high, like 1 in 3 women will be childless their whole life. I mean, they won't successfully have a child, whether they couldn't find a partner, or they couldn't get pregnant, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing. But
It's tough.
yeah.
It's a tough world. It just is what it is, though.
We also don't need more of us, so.
Yeah.
No. No. Yes and no. Yes and no. That's a complicated
Yeah.
question. Yes
I mean,
and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
The population can go down. Yeah.
The population can go down, but then there's also whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the thing too is,
I'm not, I mean,
with this,
you
like we take it
understand
outside.
personally.
You take it
Yeah.
outside of like humanity talk. It's like the more of us that come, if there's like 15 billion of us on this planet, we're gonna kill ourselves in some way, because there's just not enough things on this planet to sustain us.
yeah.
That's an off topic.
Canada is actually the fastest growing country, one of the fastest growing countries in the world. We grow faster than a lot of African nations right now, actually, because of how much immigration we're doing. Like, I think something like close to 1 million people now, and I don't even know if that's including refugees. I think so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Yeah. It's just like letting everybody and their mom in, kind of thing.
I don't fuck with it at
Quite
all.
literally.
I
Oh
don't-
yeah.
I don't fuck with it. No.
The mass amounts of immigration.
Yeah, because we gotta we
There's-
gotta put these people somewhere.
There's the problem, yeah, and that's the problem. There's I don't, yeah, it's that's the problem. Like, I'm pro immigration in that sense, where it's like, yes, like this country needs immigration to grow, and because like the citizens that are already here are not producing enough children to grow the population at a proper rate. It'll be too slow or stagnant. It'll be like Japan. So, yeah, immigration is going to encourage that. Immigrants tend to have more kids, bigger families, etc. Plus, the workforce is lacking, so we need those people to come in and do the jobs. Especially a lot of jobs that the I guess quote unquote educated people that are educated here don't want to do. Okay, so yeah, but the problem is they let this many immigrants in. What happens is that there's no plan for other things, because it's like, we're gonna let this many people, but we can't produce. Canada can't produce enough housing to allow all these immigrants in here.
not even that affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. They
'Cause
can't
they'll throw us some shit up.
They'll throw some shit up, but even even they can't even just produce enough housing, because there's not enough people to build the housing. There's actually like construction worker they're in demand, because there's not enough to produce enough housing and affordable housing for the sheer number of people that are coming here.
Yeah.
So then the prices of housing is going up because of that as well. Like, it's just like supply and demand. Like, you know what I mean? So then what happens is people, I mean, I guess a lot of people just live with like a lot of roommates. I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot, like four people living
Yeah,
in
for
a
sure,
place type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a problem. And then it's just like there's all these other things. Infrastructure, like our city's infrastructure is like really like not up to date, and there's just, with the population growing as much as it is, like we can't build roads and update public transit fast enough, like to how fast we're growing. Because these projects take so fucking long.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 10 years to build one railway line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how much is the population going to grow in 10 years? Quite a bit, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Quite a bit. It won't even catch up. By then, all these people have already bought cars and they're fucking driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was so shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a problem. This music video is great, too. Anyways, we went on a rant. I think we're done here. Do you
Let's wrap it up.
have any other words? You know? This is my last podcast before I go to Thailand.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you did.
So I'm off to Thailand next week, so I won't be on the pod for roughly 4 episodes. 4 episodes, yeah. Wow. So get Smitty on or something. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Get another white guy.
Yeah,
Get
well,
what's his name?
Originally in.
Original.
First
yeah,
Ian.
originally, yeah.
Yo, original Ian, bro.
The original.
That's crazy. Get Zach on or something.
Yeah.
Zach's not coming, yo.
Why not?
Because the guy's working.
I mean, I'm just glad he's working.
He has to work, yo.
Glad he's working. Glad he's
Or
working.
golf.
Golfing and working. And
Yes.
cottage.
Yeah, the cottage or pizza, whatever.
Cheese pizza.
Okay. We're getting out of here. Cheese pizza.
I like cheese pizza.
Yo, you're real. Yo, guys, remember this is the last pod for Ian. He might not be back.
Listen, I had some great cheese pizza
All right.
at this one pizza spot. It's really good.
What's it called?
It's called Donatelli's. You know, shameless plug. You know, whatever.
Donatelli's.
Donatelli's. Bro.
Where's it at?
It's right across the street from Kipling Station. You know where Apache Burger is?
Mm.
Right there.
In that hood. Okay.
Yeah, Donatelli's. Pretty fire.
Donnie's.
Donnie's, yo. Need a slice? Go to Donnie's. Some great
I kind
cheese
of like
pizza.
that. That kind of
bro.
rung nice. And
Donnie's, right?
You should hit him up.
Need
Yeah.
a slice? Go to Donnie's, bro.
Oh, you see, before we go, you see, man, they open up thing again? The Real McCoy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We got lots of munchies. You guys need to try it, or when I come back, try it, or whatever.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But were they open?
Yeah, they're open now. They just opened, I think, last week.
I need to go.
Low key, I knew it was a finesse that they were closing.
I don't think they're closing forever.
Yeah, I didn't think they were closing forever. I think they were just moving.
Apparently, there's seats now. You can eat inside it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh.
because you couldn't do that before.
Oh, yeah, true. It's a
It was
bigger
just a
location.
counter.
It's a bigger location.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
where-
think somebody probably bought that original location for development
Where is
or
it?
something.
Where is it now? It's still it's kind
is
of
it
close to where it was.
Bellamy?
Yeah, which is
Bellamy
is-
and whatever? Bellamy and Lawrence, I think, or something like that?
or Ellesmere or Lawrence. Bellamy,
Ellesmere?
Bellamy and Lawrence.
I think it's
Bellamy and
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
yeah.
Bellamy and Lawrence.
Bellamy and
That's
Lawrence.
not too far from where it was. It used to be at Markham and
Ellesmere, yeah.
Ellesmere, yeah.
Yeah, we have to put there soon. Anyways, thank you guys. This is what? 120?
Yeah, 120.
Shit.
120. Lots of talks. 120. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Lots of munchies. All that. Peace.